We just can't get right. Everything just keeps falling apart, coming unplugged, dying. It just ain't working. But I think we got it now. So, barring any further interruptions, we'll we'll pick back up at I shot my deer and I got a phone call that Boy Scout shot a deer.
So yeah. So after Eagle Scout shot his, um, I had 10, 15 minutes later, Aaron's got one on the ground. Like I was saying before we got whatever issue just happened with our audio, but I had two doe come up from behind me, and I'm hunting ground blind, and I'm hunting this food plot slash area that we've been throwing cord and feeding out. We got one of these gravity fed feeders going. Um, I had two doe come up right behind me, and they're walking this fence line, this barbed wire that we put up, and I know exactly where they're going to cut in at to go towards the feed because just off our camera data, what we've been seeing. So, and this is where I think I made my first mistake. Um, Before they crossed in, ducked under that barbed wire, I was already at full drawn because in my mind I'm thinking, you know, from where they're going to be to where I'm sitting is at max 25 yards. And so in my head at the time, and I'm kind of amped up. Aaron just shot one. I'm thinking I'm fixing to fucking put one down, and so I'm at full draw. They duck under the barbed wire. They go straight towards the feed. But here is where the problem started. She wasn't broadside right at me. She was quartered almost completely away from me, almost like both her rear ends were staring right at me. And one of the does, one of the does is sitting down there and she's feeding. Well, within seconds, the second one looks up and cranks back her neck this way, and she's staring right at me. And here I am, I'm at full drawn, and I've been in that position for probably 30 seconds at this point, 30, 40 seconds. And I don't know, she don't look at me too long. She's nervous, but she doesn't smell me. She doesn't. I'm still as could be. And she finally turns away, and she starts to feed on the pile of corn that we had put out earlier that afternoon. Yeah. And she turns and she's broadside, and looking back, hindsight, and I won't make this mistake again. I should have come off my draw for a few seconds, you know, reposition myself, not even position myself, just give myself a little break, and then redrawn, and I didn't. She turned broadside, and I was 45, 50 seconds in holding. And to be honest with you, I don't know. I'm pretty certain I didn't shoot low. I'm pretty certain it went over the back. But I shot, dude, and yeah, it was a clean miss. That's all there is to it. There's no, I'm not over here trying to make excuses for what I did, but I can tell you one thing: I learned a lesson, which is a good lesson. Um, with me, I think I have a big problem with. I don't want to say everybody gets excited, but it's like sometimes in these situations I want to rush the process.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it all factors in. You think about how our season's gone. The fact that it's almost November, we have no meat in the fridge.
What we do
in
now.
the freezer. Well, I'm speaking on that particular moment.
Right, right.
No meat in the freezer, nothing down. You get even, which I'll tell you right now, anybody that's a hunter, if you bow hunt, if you rifle hunt, whatever, I don't care how you hunt, do your thing. But when it comes to a bow, man, every deer is a trophy.
Absolutely.
Taking a deer with a bow is a completely different level. You know, anybody can put crosshairs at 100,
Yeah.
150 yards
Our little boys can do that.
and shoot something. But putting yourself close enough to pull your bow back on a deer or to have a shot on a deer with a bow,
Yeah.
then to go through the motions of having to draw back without them seeing you, with
Yeah.
it being that close,
It's a whole different ball
make
game.
the shot, everything else, man. I get buck fever with does.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean,
It's
it ain't nothing to be ashamed of.
no,
Either.
it's an awesome feeling. I love it. That's
And-
why I do it. That's why I don't take a rifle. I take just my bow.
You know, I've shot many of those, and the feeling never changes. This time, you know, I could sit here and go back over and over and over, and God, and I can only imagine, you know, what we talked about an hour ago with your buck, you know, how you felt and how you still feel about that whole ordeal. But, you know, you could go back and replay it over and over and over and say, well, I should have done this and I should have done that. And yeah, maybe I should have. But at the end of the day, it was a clean miss. It wasn't a wounded deer, which I'd much rather prefer it to be a clean miss.
Yep.
But it kind of just, you know, sits you back and really makes you, okay, well, I put myself in that position. I had an opportunity to put deer on the table to feed my family, to tell my buddies, okay, we got one in the bag. And I missed it for whatever reason, but I'm glad it happened this early in the season because now I'm going to adjust and that won't happen. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it was overall, it was a successful night. You know, we went out there, we put out we made some adjustments on our gravity fed feeders. We put out some attractants. Aaron got in this saddle. We thought that was going to be a bust because he's seeing cattle, and he dropped the doe. I missed the doe, but at the end of the night, you know, we were hanging out with each other, drinking cold Busch Lights, getting a deer.
Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah,
it could have been worse.
And I'll tell you, man, it's I don't even know where I was going with that. I had something I was about to bring up that had to do with that, and you brought up Busch Light. Threw my head off. But yeah, no, he's 100% right. You know, it's always a great day. I mean, even if you don't, the days that we don't kill anything, you know, it's annoying, it's aggravating.
You're still
not
good,
seeing deer, not killing anything,
Yeah.
seeing cattle, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's still a good time because we're in the woods.
Yeah.
We're enjoying nature. We're out there in our element where we want to be, and we're enjoying ourselves. You know, it's awesome. But
I'd call it. I mean, it was a damn good day.
Yeah.
You got meat in your freezer. We had some deer meat today.
Oh, I know what I was going to say now. So if any of y'all see this and y'all watched our first episode, y'all know we talked about gangster deer on the northwest side. Well, that's where I was hunting at, is the northwest side, when I shot this doe. Well,
they must be real.
They don't care, bro.
They ain't scared.
They don't care about nothing.
They ain't scared.
They don't care about their lives.
That's a true gangster.
Either that or the doe I shot, Sheila. Sheila was a bitch or something, because, man, they were back this morning. I mean, I'm talking, we were out of there by probably, we drove up to pick her up at about 7.
Yeah.
Out of there, out of that particular spot, back up to our pad where we skin them at around 7:30 or so.
Yeah.
And by daylight next morning,
right back
there.
If she had a middle finger, she'd be looking at that stand.
Right back there, just eating. And they've come back. They came back 3 or 4 different times today.
Oh, yeah.
Same spot.
In fact, if I check my cam now,
they walked back and smelled where I shot her at, and just kept on walking. Like, yep, glad she's gone. She was an asshole.
She must have been the stepchild.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She did have a little red tint to her. I'm just kidding. She didn't have a red tint, but no, it's always funny to see kind of deer behavior like that. You know, you expect me and him both expected it. We said, you know, northeast is shot. That's where he was sitting at.
Oh yeah, and they were right back there
Northwest,
too.
yeah, northwest is shot. Deer were shot at both locations. You know, we got a pig live right now at one of our new campsites.
Look at him.
We got some new cams with some video footage. He's a big boy too.
He is too.
That's a sow, ain't it?
Maybe I can't really see if he got balls or not. Turn around. I don't see a sack on her.
That's a sow.
Yeah.
We got some damn good hogs out there too. We gonna. I really wish that they would become a little bit more daylight prevalent.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want them to because I don't want them to come in the same time the deer do. But at the same time, I mean, we got suppressors and we got night vision to be able to go do predators
if we
and
could pattern
hogs.
them
But
during the day, it'd be more
I'd
practical for
love
us
to
to
be
get a
able to.
shot on
Yeah,
them.
I'd love to go out there with my bow and shoot one. You know,
right in the fucking right in the head. Sorry.
I just want one down. I gotta. I'm a rib guru when it comes to cooking, and I want to get them ribs. Try to see if I can make some wild ribs taste as good as some store bought or better.
We're gonna get a hog soon. But
there might not be no video footage of it if it's a nighttime thing because we're poor and we don't have that capability.
No, yeah, poor. We work every day. I think between both of us, we got 30 kids. You know,
maybe more. Who knows?
But yeah. So, anyways, you know, that's kind of a quick rundown. I think we got a good weekend coming up. You know, 5 sleeps from now, we'll be back at it.
Yep, Halloween weekend.
Yeah, it's we got some weather coming in, some rain coming in.
We got a lot of rain supposed to be coming in, which could be.
If we get a break,
it could be terrible or it could be it could be good.
If we get a good couple of days of rain and then it breaks for a
well,
day.
I mean it as far as, you know, with as dry as it's been and the drought we've been in, this rain could just wash everything out instead of saturating the ground. If it's a heavy rain, if it's a light rain, like a good, just steady rain, it'd be perfect.
At this point, I'll
take a drizzle if I can get a drizzle, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd be fine if all the damn cows just went and took a piss.
Oh, I'd be fine if
there on the food plots so we can get some moisture on the seed.
I'd be extremely happy if we could shoot every one of them. Every one of them.
But speaking of that, we can't
do that.
We did have something. So y'all remember he said if somebody comes up in the news about a cow being shot, it was me. Talking about him. A couple days ago, my wife sent me a screenshot. There's a place out there in the public land that I guess some cattle got out and made their way on public or close to it. Something I don't know the whole story, but somebody shot a cow with a bow, and it was a white cow. There was no distinguishing it or confusing it with a deer. It was white. Shot him in the neck. It survived, thank the Lord. You know, cow survived. Game wardens are tracking. They're tracking barcodes on the arrows and stuff like that, trying to find the person who did it. I think the person actually, there's an update. They came and confessed.
Why would you do
Excuse me. I don't know.
Oh shit.
I mean, why would you shoot it in the first place?
Well, I can tell you why. Because I feel his pain, but we're past that now.
Can you believe this? What they're teaching in Boy Scouts nowadays is just to shoot cattle.
Shoot a damn cow. If they're interrupting your deer movement,
these people these days, this generation,
shoot a cow. You lucky I ain't a Boy
these
Scout
damn
instructor.
kids.
If I was a Boy Scout instructor, yeah, it would be good. It would be good. But yeah, dude, that's kind of a quick rundown of, you know, we had a lot to catch up on, and I hope our plan going forward is we're really going to break down week by week where we're at, maybe get into certain topics for a week, you know, talk about
if we can stay on top of it, it'd be a lot easier. Versus, it's been. I think our first episode was recorded on. I think it was before opening day,
Yeah, it's
so
been
it's
probably
been about
close
a
to a month.
month. So I mean, you were talking about a month of information
Yeah,
and experiences that we're having to cram in and recap on, and
yeah, and
it's not ideal. Versus if we can keep it to a week at a time,
yeah,
we can actually dive into topics and talk
and
about
that's what
them.
I would really like to do. I like to take our weekly experiences or our weekend hunts and speak on that and what we did and how it went. And then I'd like to what I really would like to do is you know speak on a topic, whatever that may be, on how you work the problem or where to hunt during rut, where to hunt during pre-rut. Do you hunt feed trees? Do you hunt acorns? What's better, white oaks, red oaks? I mean, I like to dive into certain topics, especially for some of these guys that aren't as experienced and I learn from Aaron weekly on certain things, and he may take some stuff that I mentioned and say,
He
oh, I
teaches
didn't
me
think
how to
about
tie
that.
knots.
Anyways, well, what I like to do is
Fucking Boy Scout
not
shit.
just sit here and talk about our hunts, which
Yeah.
I want to do that. I want to share our experiences, but I want to be able to engage with the listener and maybe, hey, let's speak on this topic today.
Yeah. Speaking on that,
We
I'd love to get into it at some point. Where right now we don't have a lot of viewers. There's not a lot of people watching us, so it doesn't really make sense to do it. But in the future, I'd love to be able to have a 2 nights a week type deal.
Yeah.
Where we have our front porch session.
Yeah.
Where we talk about our hunts and our week, whatever. But I would love if you guys, if anybody, if you happen to come across this video, what do you want to hear about? Is there something that maybe you don't really feel clear about as far
Yeah.
as your particular hunting situation, or you watch one of we've only got one live right now hunting video. It's not the best, but you watch that and you want to know how we made that happen, or what kind of gear we're using,
Yeah.
or what any kind of questions you have. We'd love to be able to communicate with you guys and talk and be like, yeah, this is what we're doing, this is how we're doing it,
Yeah.
this is what we use,
Yep.
this is what we recommend. We're not paid by anybody, so any kind of recommendation we give is going to be a true recommendation.
Yep.
We're not going to get paid for telling you to go shoot a certain arrow or a certain broadhead. We're both using two completely different arrows and two completely different broadheads,
Yep.
two completely different bows. I
Yep.
mean, we don't have any kind of ties to anything.
Nope.
We have our preferences that we use. We have different camos. He
Yep.
uses one, I use another.
Yep.
I mean, we're just normal guys that love to hunt,
Yep.
love to spend time in the woods, and we don't mind talking about it. We like to
Nope.
just sit around and have a beer and
Yep.
you know talk about it.
Yep.
It's just
That's what we're
it's
headed.
here. It's
Oh yeah.
what we're here for.
Oh
So
yeah. And then
if y'all got stuff to talk about, let us know.
deer season ends, we got turkey season.
Yeah.
We got a whole year of shooting pig, trapping, maybe Hank doing that green light. We got a lot of things we could sit back and talk about, but uh, we needed this weekend. It was a good weekend.
It was.
It was a good weekend.
It was not only because we got something down, but all the sign has it's increased our hope.
Yes.
We've been down in the dumps.
Yes.
I don't know if the season's gonna shake out. I don't know if it's gonna work out. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden, things are starting to kind of
Picking back up.
things are clicking. The gears are starting to match up, and the wheels are turning.
The movement's there.
It's
the does are there.
It's
The
coming.
bucks will be there.
It's coming. It's
Yeah.
still hot here.
Oh yeah.
Today it was in the 80s in the
84.
afternoon.
Yeah.
I mean,
5 p.m. Yep.
It's October and or almost November, and
Yep.
it's in the 80s. It's crazy.
Yep.
And dry.
Very, very dry.
As soon as this rain hits and that first cool snap hits, man, I'm telling you, we're about to have a whole different outlook on things.
Yep.
I just know it. They're gonna be rolling through.
I agree. This weekend should be a good weekend. So y'all look forward. Y'all tune in because we will do a pod. We will do another episode at the latest this coming weekend.
Yep. Saturday or Sunday.
Yep. So,
and we might stick with this schedule if this seems to be a better. We had tried to stick with like Tuesdays or Thursdays or something like that.
Yeah, we're kind of working those kinks out too.
We're with us, neither one of us really having to work weekends. All we do have to do is hunt. We might stick to doing it on Saturdays or Sundays.
Maybe a Saturday night would be a little bit better.
And if that might be changed to a Sunday or vice versa. If we kill a deer and we're out late, something.
We'll definitely y'all tune in because we're gonna be back soon.
Yep.
And hope that I got a feeling about this next weekend.
Same.
So
message us, buy some hats. We got a bunch of stock.
All inventory right here. Got more. We got hoodies in the works.
Hoodies on the way.
Stickers, hoodies are on the way. Should be here soon, huh?
Very soon.
Yeah. Southern Gents Outdoors. Follow us. Instagram, Facebook.
Instagram. We're not on Facebook.
TikTok. Oh, we're gonna be on Facebook.
We will
I'm
one
just
day.
fucking this shit rolling off my tongue.
Yeah.
But
go follow him on Instagram if you want to see a shitty yard.
Hey, that's a whole other topic now. We can get into. Hey, we'll dedicate one episode to nothing but Bermuda grass and reel mowers. When I say reel mowers, I mean in REEL.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about a real gasoline. I'm talking about a real mower. We'll get into that one day. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, one day. Anyways, Southern Gents, follow, like. We enjoyed it. We'll be back, huh?
We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Maybe.
Gay boy.
One day. He's a gay boy.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good one.
Peace out. Oh, God, I got to fucking piss, dude.